What's up, guys? It's your boy Vic. Now, before I move on ahead, like always, I'd like to give a huge shout out to Team Kings of Games. They're moving on their way up, man. Always on the up and up, man. Everything that they do is straight creative and straight innovative off of the top of the dome of whatever they want to do, man. Showing players that no matter what you play with, it does not matter. Rogue deck, meta deck, anti-meta, whatever. You can still take what's old and still run with the new, regardless of what the format is. Also, I'd like to give a huge thank you and a shout out also to MetaMats. Check them out, metamats.com, guys. Don't sleep on it. Don't sleep on Team Kings of Games. Also, if you guys would like, because exactly what MetaMats do, they give you above and beyond mats, whatever style you want. Like 3 Stacks always says in his videos when he mentions MetaMats, whatever you want, whatever you can think of, MetaMats can give you above and beyond with it, without a doubt. So that's it for that. For the thank yous and shout outs, let's get right on to what this is really about. Today's deck profile is going to be of my my take on zodiacs. I've been working on them for a little while, and this is my take on what zodiacs are for this format. Whatever you want to do, that is up to your preference. My deck profiles are not tier 0, they're not tier 1. I do my deck profiles for how I decide to run them, what I feel is best for them, and what is the most fun for them, because that's mainly what the game of Yu-Gi-Oh is. Competitive game, but it's all about having fun. Whether you win or lose, that's completely up to you. But on my style for the monsters on this deck profile is one rapier, because it's limited. Can't do nothing about it. Was completely broken. They took it down to 1, but it's still useful regardless. It's still a zodiac in the end. So then I run 3 Thoroughblade. You summon him, discard a card, discard a zodiac card, and draw a card. 1600 attack, and then if you end up single card XZing with him, or even XZing with him, if it's a, I think if if I'm correct. Yep, an XYZ monster whose original type is Beast Warrior has this card as XYZ material. It gains this effect. As long as it's of a Beast Warrior, it ends up actually gaining his effect, which is piercing battle damage. It gives up monster piercing battle damage. Then I play 3 Ram. If he's destroyed by card effect or destroyed by battle, you can special summon a Zodiac from grave. And also his effect is an XYZ monster whose original type is Beast Warrior has this card as XYZ material gains this effect. During either player's turn, when your opponent activates a card, a trap card, or effect that targets this card, you can detach one XYZ material from this card and negate the activation. I just love this effect of special summon the Zodiac from grave. That really comes in handy sometimes. 3 Whiptail, because why not? Just like the rest of the Zodiacs, as I said before. But his effect is the most interesting of them all. Like, regardless, is that during either player's turn, you can target one Beast Warrior type monster you control. Attach this card from your hand or field to it as an XYZ material. And the effect that he gives a monster is if this card battles an opponent's monster after damage calculation, banish that opponent's monster. Awesome. I'm different from everybody else, but I like to play 2 Bunny Blast. Um, just because of the fact that, her effect is pretty interesting. Um, this card is short of a battle card effect. You target one zodiac card in your graveyard, add it to your hand. That's pretty good. It's a good recycler, but also for the fact of during either player's turn, when your opponent activates a spell card effect that targets this card, you can detach one extra material from this card and negate the activation. So that's it for my Zodiac lineup. I play completely different from everybody else. Like I had mentioned before, most people usually always play 3 Thoroughblade. They usually, of course, 1 Rapier. Sometimes they go 3 Ram, sometimes 2 Ram. Most players are either playing 1 or 2 Whiptail these days. They're not playing the full 3, but I find no problem with playing up to 3. And if they do play Bunny Blast, they usually play 1 Bunny Blast, not 2. So literally I'm playing, as you can see here, 12 Zodiacs. For a while there, when I was testing my build, I was actually running Cataroost for a while. This Cataroost effect was pretty interesting. Cataroost is if the XZ monster is targeted by a card, I believe it's a card effect, you can detach it as extra Z material and get the activation and destroy it. I also play, now for non-Zodiacs, 3 Bababoon. This is just in case if I want to recycle something off. It never hurts to play 3 Bababoon. It never bothered me, and I always play it just in case. 2 Brotherhood of the Firefist Bear. Because some of the cards you play, they're continuous spell cards, so if there's a monster on the field that's problematic and you want to get rid of it, bear, boom, after bear, you just, I believe it's sent to the graveyard, continuous spell card. Someone face a fire formation spell trap card you control to the graveyard, target monster on the field, destroy that target. Apologize, that's what it says. And also, if you inflict battle damage with him, you can search for a fire formation spell card directly from your deck. And then I play 1 Gorilla. Gorilla doesn't destroy monsters, but Gorilla destroys spells or traps, which I think is also good. And Gorilla's effect is different. If you destroy a monster by battle and send it to the graveyard, you could search for a fire formation spell card. That's it for my monster lineup. Now for my spell lineup, I'm playing Fire Formation Yoko. Yoko's interesting. Yoko, you can summon a card. Target 1 face-up card your opponent controls. Discard 1 Beast Warrior type monster, and if you do, destroy that card. And of course, just like the rest of the Fire Formation spell cards, all Beast Warrior type monsters gain 100 attack while face-up on the field. I can't find my other Shared Pride, but right now I have 1 Shared Pride in this deck because I was trying to make this for this deck profile. Shared Pride is an interesting card. Shared Pride is after this card resolves, each time your opponent adds a card from their deck or graveyard to their hand this turn with a card effect, except by drawing them, immediately draw 1 card for each card effect. I find that this card super useful for this format. This card is super useful. You think about it, every time Dragonic Diagrams destroys something, what is it, search for a True King or True Draco card, that's adding from a card from deck to hand. You draw a card for that, and then you think about it, every time Majesty Maiden ends up searching for a True Draco, True King card from your deck to hand because if a card activates, you draw a card for that. A lot of the True Draco's effects and True King effects, they're all adding cards one way or another, except for Barastos. But yeah, well, and Ignima Zoo is different. Ignima Zoo dies from graveyard to hand. But, yeah, it's from or graveyard to hand also. This would activate for Ignima Zoo's effect. But this is like a very relevant card for this format. A lot of cards do a lot of searching, adding to hands from deck. I use this a lot against my brother. My brother plays Raid Raptors against me a lot. He's really good with the Raid Raptors, but this card, like, it activates for the majority of his deck. So it's just really good. Trust me on that. Scapegoat, special summon sheep tokens. Of course, you cannot summon other monsters to try and activate this card. So you activate this at the end phase of your opponent's turn. Have 4 sheep tokens, and then you can go from a sheep token to a link monster next turn. Awesome. Zodiac Barrage. I only got one right now. I had another one before, but at the time I was running my Cyber Dragons. I wasn't running my Zodiacs, so I ended up pulling this from a 10. But at the time that I was running my Cyber Dragons, at the build that it is that I showed in the deck profile before, I really needed at the time what was Gofu, and I was gonna run at least 2 Gofus, and I didn't have no other Gofus, and I was looking for Galaxy Soldiers. So at the locals, this one kid, he had the Gofus and he had Galaxy Soldiers, and he literally was like, "Yo, I'm running what was a Zodiac True Draco build," and it was like, "Oh, do you have Zodiac Barrage? Because I need the card. That's the only card I need. Blah blah blah. I'll trade you what you want if you got it." And at the time, I had Zodiac Barrage on me because I had it in one of my 10s, and I was like, "Yeah, here you go." He was like, "Oh, this is from the Raging Tempest." He's like, "Do you want anything else for it?" And I was like, "Nah, man." I was like, "I just want the cards I want. That's it." Like, for me, it's never about the rarity of the cards. It's literally like, I don't mind helping other players out if I can. So if I have a card that I'm not running, and even no matter what the market price of it is, if I need to get something, if it's the crappiest card in the world, I'll be like, the kid will be like, "Oh, can I have your like the one time it was my ultra rare MST," and I was like, the one time I needed, like, I can't remember what card it was, but I needed a very common card, and I just couldn't get it at the time when I wanted to run it in the tournament. I was like, "Yeah, sure, go ahead. Here." Traded it off. I don't mind, man. Because, you know, that does not matter at all. Because in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh, man, it's all for fun. If I help out other players, that's what I don't mind doing. Seeing other kids' joys and seeing other people happy, that's all that matters to me. And to give me a good duel, that's all that matters, point blank. I'll take no pity for a duel. No matter what, as long as somebody duels me all out, that's all that matters. Never hold back, never surrender. I play 1 Book of Moon and only 1 Pot of Duality. I thought about running more Pot of Dualities, but this deck, you know, XZ summons really quick, so it special summons a lot, so I was like, just in case if I break, I could Pot of Duality or whatever, you know, get the card needs a hand, and then I'll just wait until next turn, because I run a decent amount of some traps in this deck. I might end up changing the traps, but for now, this is what it is. And I'm also running 3 Fire Formation Tensu, 3 Fire Formation Tenki. That's literally it for my lineup of spells. I literally only run 12 spells. No, 15, sorry. 15 spells. I don't want to be incorrect, I apologize. Once I get more Zodiac Barrages, I'm going to run more. I apologize, 12 spells. I had to count that up again. Now this is my trap lineup. 2 Quaking Mirror Forces. Whether people realize it or not, I still think Quaking Mirror Force is very relevant, especially if somebody doesn't go off on Link Monsters right away. Like, especially with Masterpiece, a lot of people like always tell everybody, you know, the main combo everybody goes for when they tribute summon Masterpieces is Monster Spell. That way he can't be Dark Hold or he can't be targeted by monster effects. Is that's usually what people usually get him over on. I mean, it doesn't matter if he gets Kaiju goes over that, but I got a couple people before with Quaking Mirror Forces. They went Masterpiece, and it was just like Quaking Mirror Force said it. Sorry, he stays down. But I also play Back to the Front. I only have one Back to the Front, so right now this is all I'm playing. But it's target one monster in your graveyard, special summon it, in defense position. Like, that is still really good. Like, it's good to, if you want to go for Link summoning right away. One Fire Formation Tensen, like, a lot of people underestimate it. They don't really think that I'm running a Fire Formation Trap card, you know, because a lot of people don't ever see a Fire Formation Trap card in Zodiac deck. But Fire Formation Tensen, you know, the Fire Formation cards, they basically, like, you target your own Beast Warrior monster. You give him 700 attack boost with the flip summon of this trap card, and then this card gives a 300 boost to all your Beast Warrior type monsters. So that's 1,000 boost that turn. Like, a lot of Fire Fist players are aware of this trap card, but you know, a lot of people don't see this coming. And once I flip that face up, it's 1,000 extra boosts. I'll literally do it when my Thorough Blade will be getting attacked when I just summon him first turn. I don't do nothing else, and flip tense and boom, 2,600 attack. Like, in your face. Heavy Storm Duster. I only have one Heavy Storm Duster, but I think Heavy Storm Duster is a good card. Target up to 2 spell trap cards on the field, destroy them. You cannot connect your battle phase the turn you activate this card, which is why you don't activate it on your turn. It's a trap card. I think trap cards should only be activated on your opponent's turn unless it's deemed necessary, depending on the effect. One mistake. I only have one mistake right now, but I do run this. I have gotten players with this card numerous times. It does not matter. Mistake is a very good card. 2 Zodiac combos. Zodiac combo is an awesome card. And then to top it all off, just because I'm running them, I'm not running Warning in this deck because I didn't feel like putting Warning in this deck. I might end up taking one of my Quaking Mirror Forces out for Warning, but for now I'm running 2 Psalm Strikes. That's it for my trap lineup. Like I've always said before, I have a lot of cards, but I don't have a lot of like meta relevant cards. Like I don't have all the hand traps. I have only 2 Ghost Ogres. I had more Ghost Ogres, but like I said before, I usually if a kid says, "Oh, I don't have something," because my locals a lot of little kids play, so I always end up like feeling bad, and I'm like, "Yo, you don't got that card?" They're like, "Oh, but I don't got trade for it, or I don't got money for it." I'm like, "Look here, keep playing. I don't care as long as the kid keeps playing for real. My one buddy, he I had my finished Monarch deck at the time. Like I wanted to do a Monarch deck profile also, but I didn't do it because it's not complete. I don't have my Mega Kaias or anything yet, so it's literally like the worst scrub level it could be right now. And for me, that's not good. Like, even though I don't have, like I said before, tier 1 decks, I still compete with people. I have whooped True Draco players with my Zodiac deck. I have whooped True Draco players with my Cyber Dragon deck. I have whooped Ancient Gear players with my Cyber Dragon deck. Get into my extra deck. Mrs. Radiant, Proxy Dragon, Deagle Talker. Sorry, I gotta get more sleeves. Like a lot of my sleeves are not. They're like everywhere right now, so it's like blah. Certain cards are from. I ended up putting different decks and everything because I don't run my Zodiacs anymore. But when I do, this is like I put my cards together real quick. And it's usually like not even at locals. I haven't gone lately because being sick and everything, but those are my link monsters, or my only link monsters I go into. Then because I'm running Baba Baboon, Dante, Traveler of the Burning Abyss, Phantom Knights of Breaksword. Those are my only 2 rank 3s that I'm running right now. That I'm done with my rank 3s and my link monsters. Rank 4s, I'm running Abyss Dweller, Castel, and to get into my Zodiac XZs. I only got 1 Borbo, so until I get more, I'm only running at 1. I think he's awesome. He literally does direct damage. 3 Tiger Mortar. 1 Chakanine. 3 Hammer Kong. I love Hammer Kong. But I know, you know, primarily I really don't use them all like that. I usually end with Tiger Mortar the most though. Can't even lie. And then a lot of times I'll end with Borbo also. But I don't use Borbo until the ending. That's it for my deck profile, guys. Like I always say, however you decide to run with the Zodiac deck, that's how you want to run it. In my opinion, that's my best build suited for me. I could have gone into in-depth detail about how I run the deck and everything, but I'm going to say that for some other time because I made my video way too long for explaining my deck because I have a tendency of rambling on and talking, and I completely apologize for that. I'm still working on being a better YouTuber, but thank you guys. If you think this video was good, please like, subscribe if you aren't subscribed yet, and hit that notification bell down in the corner over there. That way, anytime I upload new videos, you guys can be updated. You can receive notification about my videos. Please check out metamask.com if you do decide to go with a mat. Please check them out. Like, I do not lie, this is the best mat yet. Like, this is the only mat I play with right now. Ever since I have received it, I put my other mats away, to be honest. I don't even use my mats anymore besides this meta mat. For real, for real. And shout out to Team Kings of Games, man. They're doing their thing. You don't believe me? Check out their page, teamkingsofgames.com on YouTube. Check out their videos, subscribe to them, and like their videos. Trust and believe they will not let you down either. I'm going to be doing my videos Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays from now on. It kind of went off schedule from what I wanted it to be due to the fact that I was sick recently and everything. But if I do start to go to my locals more often from now on, and that's on Saturdays, check it out. Harrisburg Mall, Oowee. O-O-W-E-E. Harrisburg, PA, Harrisburg Mall, store, Oowee. Check it out over there. The best players that I know over there, besides 3 Stacks and his team, which they're all the way down in Texas, but that's besides the point. But thank you guys. Please like, subscribe, and I hope you have a good one. Peace.